Hey guys, this is my first video on YouTube and I hope you enjoy this. I also have a TikTok with more episodes similar like this. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. In this episode, we will be talking about spears. It will be similar to the one where I was talking about the different swords of the samurai, but now in spears. And I won't go into super detail, but I will tell as much detail as I need to, explain the basics of these weapons. So we're gonna start off with the naginata. The naginata is probably the most famous samurai spear. It's pretty cool with the cool sword-like blade on the end of the stick, and it can do a lot of cool moves, and it's my personal favorite spear. And or it doesn't really count as a spear, it's more of a pole arm, but I like to call it a spear, to be honest. The naginata actually has two types of different blades. The first one is called Tomoe Gata, and it's the most popular one. That's the one in pictures and artwork and TV shows and games. It's curved and it's pretty efficient for cutting. And the second blade is very different. It's the Shizuke Gake Tata. I'm probably butchering that name, but it's slimmer, straighter and longer. It's more efficient for stabbing than cutting, and it isn't really popular in the media for some reason, but I can get why. The naginata was invented during the Heian period, and in the start it was mainly used by men. But later on, as time went, the yari came in, and the naginata became a woman spear, basically. Then we have a less popular spear called the yari. The yari was invented during the 14th century, and it became pretty popular during the Onin War, and it became the main part of any army during the Sengoku Jidai. It was super simple, and that made it easy to mass produce. If the blade or the shaft were damaged or destroyed, it can quicker be repaired or replaced, and it's super cheap. And the blade of the yari was pretty similar. It was a short or sometimes even long blade, and it was straight, so it could be easier for thrusting, and it also was sharp on both ends, so you could still slash with it, but not as good as the naginata. But usually the yari was also longer than the naginata, and that's pretty cool. And the yari comes in so many different forms. Like, there's tons of them. I only know a couple of them. I don't remember their name. So some yari blade were long and flat, and others were shorter and more round, and some even had the metal sticks sticking out of their side to catch the opponent's spear or blade. And yeah, it was pretty good for formations and super easy to learn how to use. So it was a lot of Ashigarus use that. Most of Ashigarus use that, and even samurais. And yeah, it was extremely efficient, and that's all you can say about them. But in the early days of the yari, it was called the poor man's pike, because it was so simple and cheap. So everybody thought it was really trash, but in reality, cheap and simple doesn't mean bad, and sometimes can even be better. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and that's all I had for now. If you want more details, just let me know and I will make a detailed video about this. Remember, I don't know a lot about the details, I just know a lot about the basics, and I'm gonna teach you, but I'm also gonna try to learn a bit more about the details. So yeah, that's it for today. If you want to know more, just tell me and I will make a video about it.